I am here in Simogu Papua New Guinea this morning. Stuart is just about ready to leave with our R66, head up the mountain ridge to drop off some missionaries. I've got to unload my plane. He's got 3 more shuttles to go, I believe, to be able to get all of my 870 kgs of cargo. So once he's out of here, let's unload. Then I have to jump over to another place to pick up some sick people, and then back to Goroka. Now that he's gone, let's get the rest of my pods unloaded, get 126 kgs for his rear pod. So on his next flight, it's just a throw and go. So I need to get 61 kgs off of this, plus my second pod. That'll give me 160 kgs, plus 1 passenger. Basically, I only have 500 kgs left, but I need to split it up between 2 flights. Stuart is just now finishing up with his 3rd rounder. I'm now gonna go. So let's get in and get out of here. We've got 530 pounds. I put on an extra 40 pounds this morning, just in case something like this happened. I didn't know it was, but I was not able to land over in Gama due to clouds this morning. So when you have a little space, it's nice to bring every ounce of fuel you can. NG's coming up just as normal. ITT's coming up nice and slow. Looks like a normal start. So it is just over the hill over there. Be like a 2-minute flight, so this video might not be very long, but some of you guys might like that. I have been doing more on the ground content in my videos, so leave a comment down below if you guys do enjoy that, if you guys would like to keep it just strictly to flying and you'd like me to only put the on the ground content on my second channel, which is Ryan_Ferran. I'd like to hear from you guys because I don't want to put extra work in if you guys aren't actually interested in watching the on the ground content. Alright, fuel's on, caps have been checked. Go to recent. We're over here at Simogu today and we're heading over here to Gama. Let's put that in here though. All stations Gama 1207 Kodiak November Tango Zulu, back taxiing for departure for Gama. All stations Simogu. Strobes and lights on. Make sure I don't have any dogs or kids in front of me. Alright, ignition inlet and lights are good. Let's get our trims set up. We're going to be airspeed alive by that first yellow cone on the left where the first group of people are. Otherwise we'll stop on the runway. It's a little wet and slick today, but I'm empty, so I could be able to do that. After takeoff, we'll pitch for 85 knots, considering EPL, considering feather. Otherwise we'll cut our pull off and shut off. Lowering terrain. Emergencies masters crack my door. Alright, so let's go ahead and send this. Not waste any more fuel if I don't have to, because I don't have a lot of extra today. All stations Simogu, November Tango Zulu rolling for departure Gama. Ignition condition, flaps 20, fuel and harnesses. Checklist is complete. 4,625 degrees. 1,400. Rotate 53. Alright, torque is set, airspeed's now live. Continuing. There's 53 in airborne. Says I'm low on fuel, but I'm not. It's just because I was on a side slope and all the fuel goes off to one side for a little bit, thinking that it's out of fuel. Well, let's not dilly-dally and let's get it going in a right-hand turn over to Gama as soon as possible. Again, it's only, let's see, 4 miles away, but still a decent amount of fuel just to use up that. It's about probably $100 worth of fuel by the time I get done with my circuit. Well, we're over in 95, let's go 0 degrees. Let's already get going through our landing checklist. 61 knots. Let's go ahead and set that up to 62 knots, because if we come over here to the runway chart, we can see it's a 7% touchdown slope, so we're going to add 1 knot to get our round out. On runway 2 is 0. Let's set up our OBS so we can see the orientation. I'll be flying directly overhead and right into a circuit, which I'm already there. Lights and inlet are already done. If we have to go around, it's at the hill, power up, 20 degrees of flaps. It's for 12 degrees.
500.
Top of the ITT. Pop and harness we'll get here in a minute. We want 5,900 turning at the end of downwind, so I'm just about there. Pop and harness, let's just get it now. Moresby 6622 November Tango Zulu in the circuit. Game, report after landing.
November Tango Zulu, Rota Collagen on the ground, request departure time.
Departed time 41.
November Tango Zulu, Rota.
All stations Gamma 1207, November Tango Zulu in the circuit, Gamma. The only thing I don't like about these super short flights is this is where you make mistakes, because you're in a hurry, because you don't have a lot of time. Winds look 0 down there. Got some people on the airstrip, but they can see me now. That's why I fly over every time. Probably a bunch of kids running to the top now. Okay, we are now 6,300 pattern altitude. We got 10 degrees of flaps. We've got landing clearance to go after touchdown. 20 degrees of flaps. 62, 72, 82. 82 on downwind. Turning final over the hill at 5,700 feet. Going to be 5,900 here at the end of downwind, turning basically downwind to final. There's not really a base on this one. There's our close to 82, close to 5,900.
500.
Add a little bit of power. We'll add a little bit of power to slow the descent. So full flaps checklist is complete, slowing to 62 knots. 5,700 by those little road trees. Four knots of wind, but it's bouncing me all around. Very light today, so it's going to be hard to slow to 62. Went up on 5,700, trying to slow to 62. There's 57, this is looking really nice. 3 knots of headwind.
500.
Winds look good. 600 on the descent.
$500.
Runway's clear now if anybody are committed. Knots tailwind. Well, they came out here and they did all this work a couple weeks ago and they did an amazing job. Man, every time it rains, it just washes it all right back down the mountain. A never-ending job. Well, I've got one person here that's sick, I believe, that hiked all the way that 4 miles. Probably took them 2 days. They were sick or hurt. So I'm going to find out who it is and if they're here, hopefully.
Cessna 1235, 16 Alpha number Charlie, have a good day.
apparently there is a pregnant lady here that is having issues with birth. She's been in labor and things are not working the way they're supposed to, I guess. So we might be taking a pregnant lady as well. So right now, the community is trying to figure out how they're going to pay for this. I know everybody would love me just to fly free people all around. I would too. But you do it once and then everybody will literally expect you to do it every single time. So the community is trying to figure out how they're going to pay for the 380 Kina. It's like only like $100 or something like that. It's really not that much money. But again, we set the precedence where if we fly somebody sick every time, then every single time they'll just be like, oh, well, I'll just wait for Ryan to come because I know he'll fly us free. Ryan flew us free last time. So anyway, while they are working that out amongst themselves, I'm gonna go ahead and get my cabin ready, get my tail stand in, and then we'll probably load up the 2 guys, or Mary, 1 lady, and the sick guy, and head on to Goroka. So I guess with the pregnancy, she's been in labor all night long, and the doctor here is having complications, so I'm going to move these seats back a little bit just to give her a little more space. Unfortunately, I do not have the stretcher with me today, so a seat is going to have to do, unfortunately. Tom, suppose a coffee stop too? You can salim coffee lo payment.
Some coffee in the mud. Some coffee. Coffee.
So you plan get the lace la helping this la Mary or one him? You play na pro buy him half fare, those la Mary? Half fare. 200 Kina. You play no in pro bung him 20 Kina lo helping this la Mary? Suppose him you yet? Have you bug him leg blow you or kind of thing? Oh, what a big infection, now you might die. You got like ask him about one talk, one plump community blow you play? You play no enough blow, just give him 10 Kina, 5 Kina. So happiness la Mary? Money him go come. That's all man marry him no go come. You can kiss him more money. That's all you know enough blow kiss him this la Mary again. All right, well, they are now working out. Basically, nobody wanted to pay for her ticket. So what I'm doing is just gonna pay half ticket, have the community, I gave them a strong talk, just being like, come on you guys, money comes and goes, but people do not. People are more important than money. And everybody can give, 2 Kina, 5 Kina, something like that. So I'm just gonna pay the rest myself because somebody has to pay it. Regardless though, it's important that she needs to get out because if she doesn't, there's a very, very high chance that she will not make it. And that's really shows just how important aviation is here in Papua New Guinea. It's absolutely critical for communities like here in Gama, where they have complications with, babies, or if they break a leg or something like that. It's a 2-day hike to the nearest town. So absolutely critical that this lady gets out today.